Welcome to QuizGrid. Are you ready for a brand new round of Who Would Win? Let's play! One small favor, like and subscribe before we begin. It helps us a lot. Which bird lays the bigger egg, ostrich or emu? It's the ostrich! The ostrich lays the biggest egg of any living bird. Which desert is bigger, Sahara Desert or Gobi Desert? The Sahara is the largest hot desert on Earth. Which planet is hotter, Venus or Uranus? It's Venus! Which one never spoils, honey or bread? Honey! Sealed honey can stay edible for thousands of years. Bread molds in a week. Which is heavier, chicken or turkey? That's the turkey! Which came first, bicycle or car? It's the bicycle! Which is saltier, Dead Sea or Great Salt Lake? The Dead Sea is one of the saltiest bodies of water on Earth. Which was invented first, printing press or typewriter? Gutenberg's printing press came more than 400 years before the typewriter. Which star shines brighter in our night sky, Sirius or the North Star? Sirius! Which uses more of your body's energy, human brain or human heart? The brain! Which is older, Leaning Tower of Pisa or Sydney Opera House? Pisa's tower is exactly 800 years older than the Opera House. Which ball is bigger, basketball or soccer ball? That's the basketball! Mini game, quick, can you get this one? Name the brand. It's Kit Kat. Which building is taller, One World Trade Center or Empire State Building? One World Trade Center. Which flew first, hot air balloon or airplane? The hot air balloon. Which is harder, diamond or ruby? Diamond. Which was invented first, camera or telephone? It's the camera! Which is bigger, Earth or Jupiter? It's Jupiter! Which is taller, the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty? That's the Eiffel Tower! Which weighs more, a giraffe or an elephant? Elephant! Let's raise the difficulty a notch. Which is bigger, wolf or coyote? The wolf! Which holds more water, Lake Baikal or Lake Victoria? Yes, it's Lake Baikal. It's incredibly deep. Which spins slower, Venus or Earth? Venus! Mini game, quick, can you get this one? The internet and the World Wide Web are exactly the same thing. Not true at all. Which snack is older, popcorn or cotton candy? It's popcorn! Which is older, Stonehenge or Machu Picchu? Stonehenge! Thousands of years older! Which is the biggest organ, human skin or human lungs? It's the skin! Which came first, telegraph or radio? The telegraph. The telegraph was clicking out messages half a century before radio. Which river is longer, Nile River or Congo River? The Nile River. Which one is actually slower, sloth or snail? Yes, it's the snail, slower than a sloth. Which is older, Petra or Chichen Itza? It's Petra. Which is heavier, golf ball or tennis ball? Yep, it's the tennis ball. Who was born first, Napoleon or Washington? It's Washington. Bonus question for the win. Which took longer to build, Sagrada Familia or Eiffel Tower? Think you know it? Drop your answer in the comments below. Which came first, internet or television? Television. Which was invented first, submarine or airplane? That's the submarine. Mini game. Quick, can you get this one? Why are flamingos naturally pink? Pigments from their food. Which is far more numerous in your blood, red blood cell or white blood cell? The red blood cell. Which mountain is taller, Everest or Kilimanjaro? Yes, it's Mount Everest. Which is faster, a bullet train or a passenger jet? It's a passenger jet. Which pepper is hotter, the habanero or the jalapeno? That's the habanero. It's about to get serious. Which flaps its wings faster, bee or hummingbird? Correct! It's the bee. Which goes deeper than the other is tall, Mariana Trench or Mount Everest? The Mariana Trench. Which dwarf planet is bigger, Eris or Ceres? It's Eris. Which drink is older, wine or beer? Beer. Which temple is older, Angkor Wat or Taj Mahal? Angkor Wat. Mini game. Quick, can you get this one? I wear a furry mane and I'm crowned the king of the plains. What am I? That's a lion. Which is heavier, jaguar or cougar? Oh, it's the jaguar, the heavier big cat. Which had more computing power, the Apollo guidance computer or a smartphone? The smartphone. Which is heavier, hockey puck or baseball? It's the hockey puck. Which organ is heavier, human liver or human stomach? The liver, the heaviest organ inside you. Which snack is older, pretzel or donut? Yep, it's the pretzel. Which instrument is bigger, violin or viola? It's the viola, a little bigger than a violin. Who was born first, Albert Einstein or Isaac Newton? Isaac Newton. Which falls faster, hail or rain? Hail. Which has more strings, harp or piano? That's the piano. Who was born first, Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo? Leonardo da Vinci was already 23 years old when Michelangelo was born. Which travels faster, tsunami or flood? The tsunami, as fast as a jet plane out at sea. Mini game, quick, can you get this one? Here's one. What is 52 minus 29? It's 23. Which is older, the Colosseum or the Great Pyramid of Giza? The Great Pyramid of Giza! Which is longer, a giant sequoia or a blue whale? Yes, it's the giant sequoia! Which came first, the telephone or the light bulb? It's the telephone! Think you're a genius? Prove it. Which relies on smell to find food, vulture or crow? The vulture. Which galaxy is bigger, Milky Way or Andromeda Galaxy? Andromeda, more than twice the size of the Milky Way. Which castle is actually older, Neuschwanstein Castle or Himeji Castle? Himeji Castle. Which is closer to our time, Cleopatra or the Great Pyramid? Yes, it's Cleopatra! Closer to the moon landing than to the pyramid. Which is bigger, the surface of Pluto or the country of Russia? That's Russia. A cheeky bonus question for you. Which is heavier, discus or javelin? Think you know it? Drop your answer in the comments below. How many did you get right? Subscribe for more.